probably look at his name, but he's a white guy, kind of 50s, kind of reddish hair, kind of little short hair.
Was he by that door there, or where was he at?
No. I went in and talked to the service desk at the other door.
Okay.
And then I asked to see a manager, and then he came out.
Okay. So you spoke with the manager, and he was the one that came out.
Well, I talked to him in the store.
Sure. That's what I mean. He's the one that came and spoke with you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me go in there. I'm going to chat with him as well and see what he has to say.
Okay, thanks, man. I'm up checking the Walmart in Federal Way, or I'd come down there now. So.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, yeah, bye.
Bye.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah, is there a manager I can speak with?
Hi.
Hello. Was there a gentleman here earlier about signatures? A signature gatherer?
Sure.
He said he spoke with somebody, a manager. He said it was like a older gentleman, like his 50s maybe or something. Does that ring a bell?
Sort of Oscar.
Was that? Yeah, signature gatherer, yeah.
Okay. You did talk to somebody about what's going on.
Okay, so he said that. So that I spoke with the signature gatherer, right? That's why I'm here. But he was saying that he was told they're not allowed to be on the property. So because I thought you guys didn't allow anybody on the property. Previously, I thought you didn't let Girl Scouts, anybody.
That's the home office now, so if home office says they can do it.
Okay, so there's a problem. Is that signature gatherers have been deemed protected classes under free speech, and if you allow one vendor to be on the property, therefore you open it up, and they are allowed to be there.
Okay.
So,
Did you want to talk to Oscar?
sure. I mean, if you want to relay that, that's fine. But that's
I'll probably mess it up. So.
okay.
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
I'm a special cookie.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
So it sounds like you maybe spoke with the gentleman earlier.
I did.
Okay. So as I was telling him, because when he called me, right? So previously, like the whole 2020 election thing, right? We had signature gatherers everywhere.
Right.
And I thought you guys just eliminated everybody from the property at that point, if I'm not mistaken, right?
At that point, yeah.
Yeah. So, but now that we have vendors back on the property, and it's Girl Scouts, we can't discriminate against signature gatherers specifically.
Okay. My company has always had that policy before.
Yeah, but unfortunately, in Washington State, it could be company-wide, but in certain states, it's going to be restricted, right? So, signature gatherers, as far as Washington State goes, right, have been deemed protected class under free speech.
Oh.
Right? So now if we open it up to one vendor,
Yeah.
we can't discriminate against
I
another.
was not aware of that before.
So,
I'm from Missouri, so I
yeah,
have no heavy
I mean, and the only reason why I looked that up, and I think that was back in, I can go look up at the time, but our chief had sent it out to us because of the huge discrepancy. We get calls every day about it, right? And we were telling people, hey, it's private property, you can't.
Right.
But like I said, if you open up a public area to one, now therefore you basically open it up to everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So,
right. Well, in that case, then I'll put him through my approval process for. We have a very rigid process.
Cool. Yeah, I mean that's understandable.
To get on the books, get him on the calendar. It just has to be meet the guidelines for the normal.
And then furthermore, if I'm not mistaken, like if you can't discriminate again, but if you want him in a specific area, then you can tell him, hey, you have to be in this area, right? So he can't just be like, well, I want to be over here, right?
Right.
When you're like, no, we allow you to be here and here only, right? You can't go here, there, everywhere, right?
So,
I mean, we can restrict that, but
I would need him to be like any of the other vendors. I don't allow him to be crammed at the front doors. Easy entrance for my customer.
Can't be obstructing.
Safety reasons, all that there. So, but I didn't know that about Washington. There's a lot I'm learning about Washington.
Yeah, Washington is a little different
rules.
A little different, man. Just keep that in mind, right? I don't want sometimes it seems like these guys maybe go around looking for the issues. You know
I think
what I
so.
mean?
I felt like
so. But then he started spewing stuff out, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, man. I know the basics of what we're told, and all this other case law or this and that, whatever you have, good for you. You know more than I do, but I know the basics, and so.
Right.
But
I know what he would want to do would be he would want to be positioned at the door so he can catch the customer flow of traffic.
Right.
I can't do that from a safety.
No cheating traffic.
You want to race, but I know you're faster than that.
So, if you communicate with him, he's welcome to come back in. We'll put him through the process. He'll have to be a scheduled event at a certain time.
Okay.
Get on the calendar, he pulls up the paperwork.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry about that.
Call 911 suspicious vehicle at the Comfort Inn, 415 Ellington Road. Being called by an employee, it's in the back parking lot near the truck parking of vehicles occupied, and occupants are looking into other parked vehicles. The vehicle that's suspicious is not registered or gas location, if he's concerned due to recent theft. It's a black Honda, smaller SUV. Occupied by two white males, and they just want the subject moved along.
Call 9W.
Hi, this is Roy.
Hey, Roy, Officer Cordova. So spoke with sounds like the same individual that I think it was Oscar or something like that, if that sounds right. But spoke with him, let him know. He said it was like company policy that no signature gatherers were allowed, right? But I mean, a company policy, as far as restrictions go in another state, are different than Washington, right? So, and Washington, Washington law it differs from that. So I advised them that, allowing one vendor in there, especially since signature gatherers are a protected group under free speech, right?
Well, it's actually, you're pretty much close, but it's actually in the state of Washington. If you look at the Waremark decision and the Alderwood Mall decision, it's nothing to do with free speech. It has to do with the initiative process.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's only like I can't hand out flyers and I can't campaign, but they carved out as an exception over a person's private property rights in this limited instance for initiative and referendum signature gathering.
Right. Well, yeah. When it comes to basically public-private parts, if that makes sense, or private property. So,
right.
But
Well,
yeah,
I had Auburn police. They tried to say I couldn't get signatures on their city property at all, and then I got a lawyer and changed that one.
yeah.
And then
So
I actually sued. If you look up, I sued the city of Puyallup back in 2018. They wouldn't let me get signatures out in front of the Washington Fairgrounds, and I sued in federal court for that one, and I won that one too.
okay,
So I don't, and I'm out documenting this stuff because we're going to have a petition coming up, and whether people like them or not. Sometimes they like them and they love signing it, and other times they don't like it and they go in and complain saying, I hate being harassed.
Right.
And that's why the managers don't want to be there. But the policy for Walmart in Washington State is they allow petitioning, but a lot of these stores have gotten legal advisors on their side to tell the police to interfere. So that's why I'm doing these documenting these instances where I find Girl Scout cookie sales, bell ringers, car washes, what have you, on these stores, because we're going to have a petition coming up soon, and I want to make sure that I have my rights. And if not,
right.
or get arrested or both.
Yeah. So he said, you can go back in there, and they have some like process to sign you up for vendors or something like that if you want to go back in there. So.
Yeah, well, that's what they, I did that in Shelton, they go, oh, come on. After the police said they're not going to interfere with them, they said, come in and said, okay, well, we'll go ahead and sign you up. And I said, nah, screw it, I'm not signing up no more, I'm just going in,
Yeah.
Because they tell me, I've gone some places, Officer Cordova, that I say, okay, I'm going to get, sell wood duck boxes for wood ducks. What day's going to happen? I sign up for days and I say, oh, by the way, I really am going to get signatures on petitions. They take the book away from me and say, oh, we don't allow that.
Right.
So,
Okay.
So I'll go down next time. I'll talk to them and see. Are you going to can you make an instant report on this?
Well, no, I'm not. There's no reports or anything to be made.
Well, I mean, I'd like to document it.
Yeah, well, I'm saying there's not going to be a report had on it. We only write on criminal activity, right? So since you called 911, I mean, there is an incident number associated with it. Every time, well, as you know, there's an incident number, so I'll just make some notes in the call, but that's about it.
Yeah, if you could do that, then I'll get a record of that.
Call 5, call 9, I hope you're arriving with the vehicle at this time.
That way I can kind of document it, because I don't want another officer to come in and arrest me, and then next thing I know I got to fight it. I just want to try to educate is what I'm trying to do.
Right. And what's crazy is that initiative, right? I mean, that's what it is, right? It's government elections initiatives, and the Washington Secretary of State website, knows where we get our information and stuff from. But the initiative information that we received is just kind of confusing at times, right? I mean, it's kind of ambiguous, I guess, if you will. But
well, they've done that. I've been doing this since 1997. Okay?
Yeah.
And back in the day, they had a better one that showed, and then in 2007 they had an attorney general's opinion too that was on their website, but they've scrubbed all that because they got too much heat from stores and law enforcement officers and agents and agencies to make it watered down. So they the best thing it says is to talk to your court,
right?
Because obviously, why do people go to these large, expensive litigations if it's cut and dried?
Right. So, all right.
In fact, in 2004, the Washington Criminal Justice Training Commission's Law Enforcement Digest talks about this in their June 2004 blurb.
Yeah, well, it's way before my time, so.
No, I know, but so was Miranda and Escobedo.
Oh yeah.
Too, and the laws are constantly changing, but this hasn't changed for 25 years now or so.
Yeah. Well, all right, sir. Well, have a good day.
When I was a cop, I never ran into this shit either. I didn't run across people putting cameras in my face either.
Right.
So times change. But anyway, thanks for looking into this.
All right,
officer.
no problem.
I'll get that public records request this week. Thank you.
Sounds good. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Traffic ABC.
Calling in copy, Terra Dynamics, 34721 West Valley Highway South at 1539.
Copy.
There were Girl Scouts. The RP said Girl Scouts were being allowed.
Five clear ocean.
They're on site. I advise. Oscar Simmons together as a protected group under free speech and Girl Scouts.